What I need to do is the apple has got to go up the knitting needle, but I can't touch the apple. Okay, flip it upside down. Nice try, Kaylee. I like that idea, yeah, but it's not going to work. If I wobble it around, no, still doesn't work. Okay, the idea is really, really weird, this one. Okay, 30 more seconds. Anyone else got an idea? Okay, what would happen to the apple if I hit the top of the knitting needle? What do you think is going to happen? What does intuition tell you is going to happen if I hit the top of the knitting needle? It will fall off. Well, actually, you know what? It doesn't. If I tap it, it goes up the needle. It goes up the knitting needle. And the question is why? So you've got 2 minutes. Sorry, explain that a bit better. So what's actually happening with the apple is when I hit it, it's got inertia. So something will only move when a force acts on it. And as I hit it down, the needle moves more than the apple does, because the apple has got inertia. So the needle spikes through it a little bit. Next time I hit it down, the needle spikes through it a bit more. Next time I hit it down, the needle spikes through a bit more. So I'm not actually, the apple is not coming up the needle. What I'm doing is I'm pushing the needle down through the apple, but every time I pull it up, you don't see the fact. And so it looks to you, the impression is the apple is going up. Whereas in actual fact, what's happening is the needle is just moving down through it. So it's a case of perspective. Here, I've got a coin at the bottom of a matchbox. The coin's got to come from the bottom of the matchbox out through the top of the matchbox, but I can't touch the coin and I can't turn the box over. How am I going to do it? Come on, tell me. Okay. Well, Donnie, if you don't have a needle, you can use a skewer. Almost certainly your parents will have some kind of cooking skewer. I'll show you some in a minute. Okay, guess what? Guess what I do? I hit the top of the matchbox, right? And watch what happens. And this is probably one of the best things you can possibly do. People love this. So if I tap the top of the box, they all think the coin's going to come out, but it doesn't. And I keep tapping, and I keep tapping. And like magic, can we see what's happening? The coin appears. We did about the tablecloth pull. Remember, with the tablecloth pull, I'm going to do it with my mug of tea. When we're doing a tablecloth pull, let's just put the Welsh Rugby Union there. I do like living in Wales. And it's got to be loose. It's got to be loose. And then we're going to pull it down. Now, I can pull it down, or I can just hit it very quickly like that. And we learned how to do that with, I don't know whether this block of wood's right, with batteries. Stop. And sometimes it doesn't work, but sometimes it does. So we can do that with batteries. Now, you could take this to another level. We can take this to another level using bottles. I'm using glass bottles. If you did, or anyone did decide to use glass bottles, don't leave your phone or anything, or an iPad or anything close to it. Don't leave anything that could be broken, because a bottle falling onto onto something like that will break it. So this one's really simple. We've done this one before. How can we get the paper out, leaving the bottle standing? Now, I used to do this with £5 and £10 notes, but it's got too easy because they made the notes are now made of different stuff, so they're very, very slippery, and almost everyone can do it. So often doesn't work. got to hold it loosely and smack it down as quick as possible. If you do use bottles, you have to make sure that they can't break. They're not going to fall off a table or something. Get the note out without the bottle falling over. Several ways of doing it. You can try and do it that way, but the bottle will fall over. One way you can do it, that's interesting, look, it's the bottle slightly wet. Try and make sure your bottle's not wet, otherwise that'll happen to you. You'll get a hole in your paper. Another thing you can do is actually to move it slowly to the edge of the table. Once I've moved to the edge of the table, I can use my technique. But as Anastasia said, oh, Isaac, that is genius. Burn the paper. Where's Isaac? Isaac, that is, I've done this loads of times and people have got to all sorts of different things. Obviously, you'll set your house on fire and such, but I love that idea. Burn the paper. Genius, 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 genius. But so you let people fail at this and then you actually show them the way to do it is, as Anastasia says, because she's probably seen it, if we roll the paper up. Now, almost everyone, because we'll have done the tablecloth pull beforehand, almost everyone's going to try and pull it out. And you can sometimes do it, but look what happens if I do this really, really slowly, doing it really slowly, really, really slowly. And what happens is, coin is now submerged in the acid. And I've got to get this coin out, but I can't touch the acid. And all I have is a glass. I have some blue tack, sticky tack, whatever it is. I have 2 matches, and this is better work because I literally only have 2 matches left. So you have 2 matches, 2 matches, and 3 candles. On here, look what happens. And it hasn't worked quite enough. Let me just hold that up so you can see. Can you see that some of it has come up, but not all of it? But what I can do, I can tip it out and do it. So that hasn't worked quite enough. I put too much liquid in here for this to work. I'm going to push this matchbox so it stands on its end. Okay, so let's get it on here so you can see this. Right, so empty matchbox, common in the garden, ordinary matchbox. Okay. Oh, guys, you're really polite. Yeah, anyone who's not in the classroom, it's you're missing out on the chocolate. So, can I just say seriously, guys, I really, really, really like teaching you. I think you're brilliant. So I was actually asked, did I want to continue teaching you? And I said, yes, absolutely. I certainly don't want to lose you guys. I hope you feel the same. But you have been absolutely brilliant. And as I said, we've managed to actually make it so that you will be able to do practicals. So if you want to dissect a heart after Christmas, there will be a practical lesson where you can do a heart dissection. If you don't want to do it, no problem, we'll find something else. And I am going to come in and see you all, but it's right. This one is one of my favorites. Okay, and it's really simple, and it's going to work really badly if you just look at it from here. So watch really carefully. So what I've got is I've got a matchbox, and I'm going to push the matchbox so it stands up on its end. Okay, so what I'm going to do, in order to do this, I do this. Look, I go, I make sucking noises, and I waggle my fingers slowly from side to side, and I push the matchbox so it stands on its end. Yeah, nice. Okay, and but it falls over. So I say, no, you weren't watching me. You've got to watch really carefully. Watch really carefully what I'm doing. Look, watch really carefully what I'm doing. So waggle your finger. Stands up. Yeah. Do it again.